Hi guys, this time we're going to review the listening section.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela Llerena. In this opportunity, I am going to share with you an important information about TOEFL IBT test, in this case, listening section. But first, what is TOEFL IBT exam?
TOEFL IBT test is an exam to measure the English proficiency and academic skills of non-native speakers of English.
This test is really important to different areas, for example, business, scholarship, access to the university, and English as a teacher. This section consists of 6 passages. Each one has between 6 or 5 questions. We mainly talk about conversation in a campus or academic lecture. Those kind of listenings are academic. In this video, we are going to explain the types of questions and how to recognize them.
Number 1. Understand the gist. Listening skill 1. Understand the gist. How to identify the question? In this case, you are going to listen to someone or something like this. Listen to a part of a lecture in biology class. Okay, students, today we are going to review the characteristics of mammals. Remember that we reviewed this topic last class, and the lecture continues. But how to identify the question? The most typical phrases to recognize this type of questions are: what is the subject or topic of the passage? What is the purpose of the talk? Why something in the passage? Here we should listen for the main idea. It means what or who, and pay attention to the beginning of the conversation or lecture. We can form an overall idea of the gist, adjust our initial idea to the information from the passage. It will help you to draw a conclusion about the gist based on the information provided before.
Let's move to number 2. Listening skill 2. Understand the details. How to identify these questions? The most typical phrases to recognize those kind of questions are the following. What is stated in the passage about? What is indicated in the passage about? According to the speaker, what does the professor say about? Why does the man suggest? First of all, to answer the questions, we need to listen carefully to the details in the passage and take notes quickly on the keywords, looking for the answer that correctly relate the information from the passage. Another strategy is eliminate wrong answer. Remember that the answers are generally found in the same order in the passage, so the questions appear after the passage.
Number 3. Understand the function. Listening skill 3. Understand the function.
How to identify the question? The most typical phrases to recognize this type of questions are: listen again to a part of a passage. Why does the speaker say this? What does the speaker mean? What does the speaker imply? In this part, you are going to listen something like this. Number 6. What does the professor mainly want to do at the final of a moment? And at that moment, this part of the passage will be replayed. We will have the time to look our notes and also the question. The key part of the passage that contains the function will be replayed. The strategy for this part would be: listen carefully what the speaker says. Pay special attention of the part of the conversation that will be replayed, because in this part you will find the answer.
Let's move to listening skill 4, and it is understand the speaker stance. This type of question asks about the speaker's stance or attitude. These may be opinions, feelings, or degrees of certainty. The speaker may express like dislikes or concerns. You might be asked, for example, to determine if the speaker's feeling impressed, enthusiastic, or bored. One strategy to answer the stance questions is listen for the tone of voice and word choice. If a part of the passages is repeated, pay careful attention to it. Form an idea about how the speakers feel based on the tone of voice, word choice, and context. The key points to identify this type of question is listen again to part of the passage. What does the speaker mean? What can be inferred about the speaker? What is the speaker attitude or opinion? We need to listen again, and finally we need to draw a conclusion about how the speakers feel.
Number 5. Understand organization. Listening skill 5. Understand organization.
How to identify the question? The typical phrases are: why do the speaker discuss or mention something? How is the information organized? Something? What is explained or illustrated by the example of something? Click or put a check mark in the correct column or box. In this part, we should click or put a check mark. Information to answer organization questions is generally not from one point in the passage and may not be directly stated. The strategy here is to understand all turning points in how example entities relate to each other and to the overall organization of the passage. Also, listen carefully to the specific details and examples in the passage. Consider how the passage is organized by comparison or contrast, cause and effect, and look for an answer that shows how examples or details fit into the organization of the passage. Eliminate the definite wrong answers.
Let's move to listening skill 6, and it is understand relationships, inference, and drawing conclusions. In this type of questions, ask you to recognize how different ideas or pieces of information in the passage are related. As you listen to a passage, you should listen to the different ideas that are presented and focus on how the ideas are interrelated. One strategy to answer this question is listen to how the different ideas in the passage are related. Listen to how the speakers react to each other ideas, and finally draw a conclusion about the speaker's meaning. How to identify this question? In this question, there are more phrases that appear. That are: what will the speaker probably most like do the next? What does the speaker imply? What can be inferred? In this question, we need to look for the answer that expresses a relationship that can be inferred from information in the talk. Eliminate the definitely wrong answer and choose the right answer from the remaining choices.
As a conclusion, there are 6 different types of questions in listening section, so you should use the most appropriate strategy for each one of them in order to get a good score. My name is Carla, and I hope that our video and our recommendations will help you at the moment to take the test. Bye bye.